this house, in this house, in this house, it all comes together in this house of God. In this house beats the heart of a family. In this house is the center of a community. We study and we pray, find meaning in each day. In this house, in this house, in this house. In this house is a spark of God's creation. In this house there is joy and celebration. By song or by word, your prayers will be heard. In this house, in this house, in this house. In this house, in this house, it all comes together in this house. In this house, in this house, it all comes together in this house of God. In this house we can shelter, we can clothe and feed. In this house there is always help for those in need. A stranger makes a friend, becomes inspired again. In this house, in this house, in this house. In this house, in this house, it all comes together in this house. In this house, in this house, it all comes together in this house of God. A house of study in this house, a house of prayer in this house, a house of gathering in this house, everywhere in this house. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Jacob, in this house. Blessing upon blessing fills these walls in this house. All right, sing it out now. In this house, in this house, it all comes together in this house. In this house, in this house, it all comes together in this house of God.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
In this house, we have Beth Schafer. And it's
Beth
really nice to have her here. I've waited 20 years for this because the last time Beth and I were up here was for my installation 20 years ago. So it's a nice anniversary. Welcome back. And even more so, Beth grew up here, so it is a welcome home to Beth. As our service begins this evening, we're so excited to have everyone together for Rock Shabbat. We hope you'll sing out and enjoy the music and tap your feet and clap along and just make some Shabbat joy together. As we gather, just the reminders. Look around the room, locate the exits. There's one here, two on the side, two in the back, and one on the social hall wall. Always good to pay attention to the exits wherever you go, and we all play a part in security. If you see something, please make sure to say something. If you have a cell phone, please take a moment. The only noise we're going to make tonight is a lot of joyous singing, no cell phones. So take a moment, turn them off, make sure they're in silent mode tonight. Over there In that corner, we have some books for kids if anybody needs a little book to read along. And room 2 is a dedicated room for anybody who wants to go and watch the stream live there. If you have to make some noise, that's a great place to go. As we gather, it is always so beautiful. Every week, we are a new, unique community together with beautiful faces, and we should all get to know one another. So I invite you to look around, find a beautiful face that you don't know, wish them Shabbat Shalom, and introduce yourself.
Shabbat Shalom. Looking forward to tonight's service with Beth Schafer. Also want to thank the band for being here. I look forward to seeing them play as well. Mazel tov to Brett and Brian Saflis, the parents of Sydney, and also to Molly, her older sister. Just a couple of announcements. On Thursday, December 5th, obviously on their bat mitzvah, on Sydney's bat mitzvah. I'm looking forward to this Thursday, December 15th at 7 o'clock. Sisterhood's having a challah bake, so if you're interested in learning how to cook some challah, please come to the temple. We're having our winter coat drive that started December 1st. It ends on December 23rd. We're collecting clean and gently used as well as new coats of all sizes for men, women, or children. We also are accepting new and gently used gloves, hats, or scarves. Donations could be dropped off in the collection bin located in the temple lobby anytime during the month when the temple's open. Just want to thank Robin Benowitz for coordinating the coat drive. Michael Holzer, who's a board member, helps coordinate for our temple, our overnight winter shelter. Each year, Temple Sheriyam participates in an interfaith effort to provide shelter to men in our community. The temple hosts a program on Saturday nights. We do need volunteers to provide breakfast, dinner, transportation, and to stay overnight at the temple. If you're interested, please check the temple website for details. Please don't forget our annual appeal. Your dues and donations go to great social causes. We're looking for 100% participation, so please help us exceed last year's amount. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock is Torah study. Also on Wednesday at 11 o'clock we have Torah study. At 10 o'clock tomorrow we have a morning minyan service, so if you're interested in that, please attend. Again, I want to thank Brett and Brian Saflis for sponsoring ONEG this evening. It's wonderful to be here with you tonight. Shabbat Shalom.
One other brief announcement. We are getting ready for our youth scholarship season. If you know of children who want to go to Jewish camp, URJ camps, Nifty in Israel programs, there is tons of scholarship money out there through Federation and also through our Youth Scholarship Fund. So pay attention, the applications are coming out, and encourage people to participate. There's also something called One Happy Camper. If your child, your grandchild has never been to a Jewish summer camp, they get about $1,000 off towards the first summer. So it's right? Like, it's Hanukkah early. So make sure to pay attention and pass those applications around within our congregation. We're going to begin on page 120 and 121 in our prayer book in Mishkan Tefillah and up on the screen with the lighting of the candles and the blessings over the wine. It is my pleasure to call up our bat mitzvah for this Shabbat and her parents, Sydney Saflis, and her parents, Brett and Brian, to lead us in the blessings.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Burn the house down. Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed is the eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who sanctifies us through mitzvot and commands us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
We continue page 123 with the Kiddush.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who finding favor with us, sanctified us with mitzvot. In love and favor, you made the holy Shabbat our heritage as a reminder of the work of creation. As first among our sacred days, it recalls the exodus from Egypt. You chose us and set us apart from the peoples. In love and favor, you have given us your holy Shabbat as an inheritance. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lemase v'reshit, ki hu yom techila למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
Shabbat Shalom. I told the band I'm only mildly less nervous than I was when I stood up here as a bat mitzvah. Every song is an invitation to sing. If you don't know it the first time around, I have no doubt that you'll get things the second and third times around. So we'll welcome the Shabbat bride together with words of Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, Likerat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likerat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likerat Kala. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה, Please be seated. I die diggy die, oh. 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 שלום עליך מלאכי השרת, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. בואכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. איי די דיגי די, איי די דיגי די, oh. שלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. זכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. איי די דיגי די, איי די דיגי די, oh.
Page 144. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'almad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru Amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorah Le'alam U'Lamei Alamaya
Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitba'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ויאמרו Amen. We invite you in spirit or in body to rise for our call to worship, page 146. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch Hu Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam Va'ed, Le'olam Va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la la la. Page 149 we read together. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars.
Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari Varavi.
Amen. Page 151, we read together in the middle. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'v'lechtecha b'derech, u'v'shochbecha u'v'kunecha, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
For the Israelites, Egypt was never home. Yeah, it might have felt like home for a while when Jacob settled with his sons there to survive the famine. There was good land for cattle, a Pharaoh who liked Joseph, and for some time it felt a little bit like home. But that new Pharaoh arose, he was angry, and he oppressed the Israelites. And they realized in that moment that Egypt could never be their home. But how do you get home? Is it as easy as clicking your heels and saying, there's no place like Canaan, there's no place like Canaan? No, it would take a journey, a very, very long journey, a 40-year journey, in fact. And they had to believe in themselves and Moses and God, which wasn't always easy. And they had to leave Egypt and step into the wilderness. And the journey home became real when finally they were freed from Egypt, miraculously crossed the parted sea, and looked back to see that Egypt was finally in the past, and home was now in the future. And what else can you do in such a joyous moment? All you can do is to sing and dance and rejoice in the promise of being home once again.
Oh, mi chamocha, oh, mi Madonna, mi kamocha, nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, osef eleh, nora this song of freedom for all I've ever had, this redemption song. Little Bob Marley for you. Let's do it together, right? Oh, me, chamocha, boy, me, Madonai, me, chamocha. This song of freedom.
Page 164, our tefillah, please rise. Adonai, sifatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Ve'Konei Hakol Ve'Zocher Chastei Avot Ve'imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Nofelim Verofeh Cholim Umatir Asurim Umkayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umido Melech Melech Memit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah lechachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh U'kdoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai Na'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. We pause for a moment of silent prayer.
עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. ואמרו choir moves like Jagger over here. I've never been able to do moves and motions because I'm always busy playing guitar. So I'm going to not play guitar for actually a second. Thank you again for welcoming me back into a sanctuary that means so much to me. Rabbi Penkin and I were trying to figure out when I was here last, and it was for her installation 20 years ago. But I have to say my very first time on this bima was when Cantor Syed invited me to accompany him in a cantorial concert when I was 11. And I remember how much my mother loved when Cantor Syed came to our house to practice with this little Pitzkala playing a guitar, and that was the beginning of me falling in love with Jewish music. And so I owe the entire trajectory of my career and my life that has been so rich because of the intersection of Judaism and music, my two greatest loves. I owe that 100% to Cantor Syed, and I'm so glad that you're in the congregation tonight. He created a singing congregation 100 years ago when I sat in here, and it's still a singing congregation. I know we brought some folks over from Marlborough, and then we all integrated all together, one big happy singing congregation. You guys were great singers over there, and it is really a thrill to be in this sacred space and to once again sing among my Jersey people. And so with all the good stuff that we've all been doing in our lives, there's still more, there's work to be done. I don't know if you've been looking out into the nation. I live in Georgia, by the way, so you can only imagine what kind of week we've had. But there is a lot of work to be done. And thankfully, our sacred texts tell us that we have to engage. We're not free from, just because we think it may not get done on our watch doesn't mean we don't do it. And so we've got words for that. They come from Pirkei Avot. Lo alecha mlecha ligmor. It's not your duty to complete the work, but you have to do your part. And so, very easy song. Goes like this. Lo alecha hamlacha, hamlacha ligmor. You want to try that with me? Lo alecha hamlacha, hamlacha ligmor. How about repeat after me? V'lo ata ben chori, v'lo bat chori. Lo atem b'nei chori lehibatel mimena lo alecha hamlacha hamlacha ligmor lo alecha hamlacha hamlacha Be finished. But we'll still keep doing it. Thank you to all of our singers. Thank you so much. So, I've been lucky enough to have a multifaceted career over the last 25 years. And while I've always had a pulpit through all this time, I've also been able to write and was able to share with you some of my music tonight. And I find that being able to offer Jewish music as an expression of my faith and as an expression of life, we're all going through things all the time, is its own therapy. And just last week, Parshat Vayetze, we read about Jacob, and Jacob is sojourning, and he lays his kepi down on a rock, and he has a dream, angels going up and down the ladder. He comes to an understanding that he didn't have before he awakens, and he says, surely God was in this place, and I didn't know. And my life has had ups and downs, as all of our lives have ups and downs, and there have been times where I really felt pretty low and distant and lost. And I'm asking, God, where are you? I don't feel your presence. I'm lost. I'm lonely. I'm scared. I'm whatever, fill in the blank, whatever it is, right? And this parsha reminded me that when God seems far away, it is really us. We are the ones who are far away. God is the constant. God is all around us all the time, waiting for us to tune in, to dial in, to find that frequency. And so, how often is God in the place where we are, but we're not even in the place where we are? So, thought I'd offer that to you tonight. I've been blind to your presence, I've been deaf to your call. Head full of lies, full of cries, not clear at all. I have wrestled in my sleep, I have pushed you away. Now I'm left in the quiet, where I weep and I pray. I said, God, I've been looking, and you said, I've been here. Watching and waiting and yearning for you to reappear. Then I asked you, been so very wrong. You replied, I have loved you, I've loved you all along. God was in this place. God was in this place. God was in this place, and I did not know. I did not know. You are not atop a mountain, nor beyond the sea. Close as my breath, your words are in me. It is I who've been gone, it is I who have to learn. That all you do is await my return. God was in this place. God was in this place. God was in this place, and I did not know. I did not know. God was in this place, and I did not know. I did not know.
We always take a moment in our service to say a prayer for those who are ill and those who are in need of healing and wholeness, be it of their body, their mind, or their spirit. This evening, we especially call to mind in our prayers Stephen Rice, Jordan Silverman, Brian Roche, Roberta Feibush, Arlene Schwartz, Harriet Domro, Barbara Roth, Ron Labovitz, Elisa Foreman, Dina Silverman, Mort Cohen, Mel Crystal, Gail Schesser, Brian Lynn, Len Weinberg, Skylar Herman, Sid Schulman, Jordan Horowitz, Grayson Shukovsky, Spencer Gray Rothstein, Brody Scher, Vera Schwartz, Samuel Finkelstein, Alexander and Eugenia Litovskaya, Debbie Pincus, Joyce Welkus, Sandy Tankus, Jared Moratsky, Howard Shane, Ava Wasserman, David Cross, Mayuko and Waima Kishimoto, Ilana Shalev, Sheila Weisler, Kathy Betts, Benjamin Nerlov, Abe Drucker, Carrie Martuscelli, Rachel Orenstein, Debbie Taylor, Rich Riley, and all those afflicted with COVID-19. If there are others that we should mention this evening, people who could use our prayers for healing, I invite you to simply say their names aloud now. For those we've named, for those we haven't, and for those we name silently in our hearts. Misha Beirach Avotenu V'Imotenu. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless all those who are ill. May their doctors and nurses be skillful and compassionate. May those who care for them find support and comfort. And may they all be granted Refuat HaNefesh, Refuat HaGuf, the complete healing of body and spirit, as together we say.
Really easy. Just sing what I sing. I promise it won't go bad. Dear God of our ancestors,
Dear God of our ancestors,
help us renew our faith.
help us renew our faith.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Bring peace to all our days.
Bring peace to all our days.
Moses said, "Oh God, please heal her." These words. Restore our strength of body.
Restore our strength of body.
Help clarify our mind. journey.
We celebrate the journey.
This precious gift of life.
This precious gift of life.
Caregivers as well, strength to them.
Aleinu is on page 586. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula l'yotzei bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo Please be seated.
Page 599. We think now of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. If you're here remembering a loved one and we say their name this evening, we invite you to rise and to remain standing until we all rise as a community at the end for the mourner's Kaddish. This evening we remember the over 1.1 million Americans and 6.6 million human beings around the world who have succumbed to COVID-19. We recall those whose families are currently in the 7-day mourning period of Shiva: Gisela Fisher, the mother of Zoltan Fisher, Marion Strackman, and Philip Fisher, mother-in-law of Helene Fisher, grandmother of Adam, Dina, Joshua, and Beth, and great-grandmother of Isla, Sage, and Elora. And Harvey Snyder, the husband of Evelyn Snyder, father of Robin Gandelman, father-in-law of Howard Gandelman, and grandfather of Aaron and Isaac. We remember those whose families are in the 30-day mourning period of Shloshim: Jeffrey Portnoy, Stanley Croman, Ron Klug, Roberta Cohen, Harold Moffett, and Lynn Morgan. And if you are here remembering someone who passed away in the last year, we invite you to rise. We recall those whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of their passing, falls this week: Lillian Ehrman, Ruth Ashed, Mr. Joseph Ephraim Baratz, Meyer S. Baum, Arnold Elliott Bayer, Herbert Beiser, Paul Briskin, Dorothy M. Brock, Julian J. Eichler, Zipporah Epstein, Molly Fine, Teresa Fernandez, Rebecca Barbara Finger, Estelle Fremid, Mary Friedman, Susan Gang, Jack Gelber, Robin Gerson, Victor Glezer, Hilda Greenstein, Hazel Gross, Gloria Gross, Ed Hames, Dorothy Hoff, Deborah Kalman, Amelia Cohen, Henny Comito, Harry Kopp, Sidney Leader, Bradley Lieberman, Evelyn Londa, Helen Lustig, Joseph Madelon, Herbert Naystat.
Myra Novi, Melvin Persily, Isidore Pinsker, Irving Pataski, Piri Rame, Francis Redlich, Marjorie Reeders, Ann Rosenmertz, Pearl Rosenstock, Irving Rothman, Lillian Rothstein, Nancy Rubinacci, Hyman Salos, David Shiner, Gary Shangold, Kay Shapiro, Leah Shapiro, Edna Schilling, Mildred Silverman, Sally Sobel, Renee T. Spector, Rose Stern-Steyer, Milton Strent, Phil Stein, Henrietta Titleman, Charles Thaler, Solomon Tillis, Yefim Vixman, Charles Wallach, Samuel Wax, Claire Waxelbaum, Irving Weinberg, Isidore Weiner, Bernice Wolf. And each week we name 6 from the 6 million who were killed in the Shoah, the Holocaust. Manya Rabinovich, Rosa Silberstein, Edith Tonkokoki, Benzion Federman, Batsheva Shrojit, Leonard Meinst.
Zichronam Levracha, may those who have touched our lives continue to bless us through the beauty of their memory. We rise now as a community for the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, V'chaye chon u'vyomei chon, u'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei alamaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal Shemei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'al kol yoshvei tevel. V'imru, Amen. May the source of peace send peace to those who mourn and comfort to those who are bereaved, as together we say,
Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imeru. Amen.
please be seated. We always want to take a moment to say thank you to those who made donations to the synagogue this week, because those donations allow us to do wonderful rock Shabbats with incredibly spiritual and powerful musicians like Beth. I sound like NPR now, I know. And they allow us to educate our children and create a Jewish future and come together in joy and celebration. And so thank you to those who have made donations to the annual appeal and to those who made donations this week. Donations were made in memory of Glenn Cohen, Leslie Plass, and Alan Apner. Donations were made for the yard site of Bradley Lieberman, Joseph Madelon, Teresa Fernandez, Gary Shangold, Irving Felon, Claire Waxelbaum, Renee T. Spector, Henny Comito, Susan Nowie, Paul Briskin, Jack Gelber, Charles Thaler, Henrietta Titleman, Pearl Rosenstock, and Hazel Gross. Donations were made in honor of the bat mitzvah of Riley Goldberg and the bat mitzvah of Jordan Franklin, the bat mitzvah of one Miss Sydney Saflis, and for Noah Zinn moving to New York to work in finance. That's good news. And Mazel Tov, again, to Brett and Brian on the bat mitzvah of Sydney, and to Ariel and Eric Buxbaum on the birth of their daughter, Molly Shea. Any other good news we should share? Fabian, do you want to be Oprah tonight? Paul Donahue. Sorry, Phil Donahue, I think, is what we're going for.
Anybody? Okay.
Well, it was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Anybody else?
Happy 35th.
I thought it was 21.
It's what, 21?
Me and my wife just celebrated our 35th anniversary.
Oh, happy
Mazel tov.
anniversary.
Anyone else? Good news?
Such a large crowd and so little good news.
Argentina won in the World Cup at the quarterfinal game, 7
Ah.
penalty shots.
That they're celebrating in your house.
Great game, yeah.
Well, you know that your assignment is to bring a blessing to share next week. And just to give you sustenance, challah, before we conclude, I'd like to invite up anybody celebrating an anniversary or a birthday. Come on up. And if you've not yet become bar or bat mitzvah, you still have like 8 hours left to go. I always do that every single week. I know they don't give me great time.
Carpet challah.
The mice come. There's a two there.
Here we go. Oh, come on, come on.
In other ways.
Hamotzi lechem. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our prayer is joyfully said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Well, the words to our closing song can be found on the doors of your sanctuary. They are words that we've been blessed with in and out every time we come in and we go. We say, Baruch atah b'voecha. May you be blessed as you enter this place. Baruch atah b'tzeitecha. And when you leave, may you be blessed again in your coming and your going. If you can't remember any of those words, you can give me a good gospel. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Baruch atah bevoecha baruch atah b'tzeitecha may you be blessed when you come in and when you leave. May God bless you again. Here it comes now. Amen. 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 That's right. When it comes back, make sure you do that. Baruch atah bevoecha again. Bevoecha baruch atah b'tzeitecha may you be blessed when you come in and when you leave. May God bless you again. Come on now. Amen. 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 Come on, get up on your feet. Give me a good amen now. Come on, get up, come on. Amen. 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 Oh, amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. for
definitely
sure.
broken out.